BNB looks like it's at the end of a major trend, and today we're going to use advanced Elliott waves and momentum to see if we can pinpoint with accuracy on the high probability setup. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. All right, so BNB, we've got a lot on the chart, right? There's a lot of lines and everything else, but I've taken the date back from January 2021. And what we're looking at, these lines, is basically the psychology of buying and selling. That's what drives the markets. The two human emotions of fear and greed. And what Ralph Nelson Elliott figured out in the 1800s, 1900s, is that the markets tend to move in fives and threes. And we're always looking for these fives and threes. And if they're identifiable, we can use that information. So let me show you a couple of things over here. Let me bring this up. So we got this. So what we want to look at is, you can see that there's been big buying power over here. You know, nice five-wave structure to the upside. And the blue line, let's follow it. It looks like a nice A, B, C. Now, the yellow lines are what you call subdivisions of the blue line. In other words, there's macro waves, like a macro psychology, but then you can zoom in a bit and then you see like a bit more intricate detail. And the thing that you want to pay attention to is this wave C, right? It's called a wave C of a wave 2. Got a question mark there because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it tends to break down into 5 waves. So for now, just zoom in a bit and zoom in like so. Look at the yellow line. Pay attention to the yellow line. And it breaks down what looks like to be a pretty clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? This last part of the yellow line, which is called a wave 5 of a wave C, also tends to break down to a 5-wave sequence. So look at these numbers over here. I'm just going to highlight them for you. So now we've got 3 degrees of counts on Elliott waves. Elliott waves is one of the most powerful ways of identifying trends, reversals, and everything else. So what we're looking for now is a trend reversal. We've got multiple degrees of Elliott wave counts that are suggesting to us that we have a high probability that the market is going to do a reversal. I know some of you like me to have all these points exact. There you go. So what we're looking at is a potential wave 5 of a wave 5 of a wave C of a wave 2. So there's 4 degrees of counts. We don't need 4 degrees of count. 2 is enough. And it depends on what time frame. So what are we looking for now? Well, it's a trend reversal, meaning is this going to hold as a trend reversal? And then what would we typically expect from an Elliott wave perspective if this was a trend reversal? Well, this is what we would expect. I've drawn it out as it's almost like a thesis, the business thesis for BNB. This is what we expect. This is what I expect to unfold if it takes off. That's a massive move to the upside, and there's going to be some phenomenal opportunities if this takes off like this to ride this wave. So our job now is to go, okay, what is the minimum criteria before we enter? So if I jump out into a weekly chart in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to pay attention to this momentum indicator. I like it when it's in the oversold zone below this black line, which it is at the moment. So this is one of my minimum criteria to say, okay, I can consider a trade on a daily chart. So then I can jump into a daily chart, which is where we would just work. And then if I really highlight this momentum indicator, we've got this bullish reversal. If that coincides with pattern, then we've got a very high probability setup. Now, if you can also add in Fibonacci price and Fibonacci time, then it's an incredibly high probability setup for a trend reversal. But sometimes you might get stopped out for a break even, a small loss, or a small profit before you get to ride the wave. And that's really, really important to know. So we had an order in for the day on the daily chart, and the order was on this swing high, on the 1-bar high, and the stop loss over here, down here. And the market hasn't really done nothing. It's triggered in the order, like it's triggered us in, and it's just floating around here. Is it going to get stopped out? Will that be a 3% loss? Or is it going to get follow through? Now, we don't have control over that. It's important to know that we don't have control over that. But what is also very important to know is that we are risking this amount, which represents 3%, to have the opportunity to ride these bigger waves. So if we now look at this comparison of this is our risk and this is our potential reward if we get to ride these waves, and then we can compound. And this is the art and the science of trading. It's about being consistent. We need to find high probability setups and then have a mechanical, objective way of entering into these waves and then riding those waves. So that's going to be the name of the game. So if you want to learn how to do advanced Elliott wave counts on multiple degrees, it's phenomenal to allow you to really read the market. You know, what we just saw there. Take my free Elliott wave Masterclass is in the link below, and we cover the core fundamentals, the 3 key rules that you must know, and you'll see these representing themselves time and time again. So we're going to keep a close eye. So today was day number 29 on Follow Me on BNB, day number 29. So right now there's no trade setup other than the one that we just saw and we've taken already. I mean, you could do a couple of other things as well, as in if you wanted to, you could have an entry order on the swing high over here. That would be another one. But I normally like to drop down to a 4-hour chart, a 1-hour chart to see if we can get a tighter entry point, because it means you kind of make more sense of the market on a lower degree time frame. So there you go. There you go. I know you guys in my private crypto gym got an R15 crypto gym, and you get more detail in everything. But if you're in my private community, you get the opportunity to join the crypto gym. So take the masterclass, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's finish on a quote. The quote of the day to date. I'm gonna go with chapter 6. Chapter 6. No, I think it's 4. We're going for chapter 4. Sorry, 4. Here you go. No, chapter 3. There's a particular one I was looking for. There you go. This one. It's Confucius. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. So when you get into the gym, you don't get into shape after one workout. You have to consistently train, consistently be on a diet, consistently get feedback, and then over time you get into phenomenal shape. You have to kind of get all the steps in play. Trading's the same. It's like a gym workout. You got to consistently look for the setups, consistently put yourself out there to put in your order and your stop loss. If you're wrong, you lose 3%, or you might break even or make a small profit if you got tight risk management. And when you're right, you get to ride those waves. And that's what we want to do, because the trend is your friend. Ride it until its end, until it reaches its bend. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get that trend reversal with BNB and ride it to the moon. Ride it to the moon. How far would it go? Hey, we don't know. We don't have control over that. And we want to know what we have control over and what we don't. All right, so I will see you tomorrow for day number 30 for Follow Me on BNB. I'll see you then.